All right, welcome back to my channel. So I just want to share this something very, very important. You see, in Nigeria, when people talk about the integrated terrorists into Nigerian forces and Nigeria's army, of course, when you hear forces comprises of army, navy, police, and what have you, and some of them they say, "Oh, we are integrating them back to society." That is to go there and start spying on people's, doing some surveillance job, surveillance, moving around, getting information and intel, working hard to give their brothers in the bush the information that they are needed for final push, of course, for conquest. They don't want to accept it, but that's what it is. They don't want to accept it, but that's what it is. I want you to understand that today in Nigeria, a lot is going on. So many things is going on, and the constitution that govern the country are 2 or 3 different parts. For example, in the eastern part, if army, Nigerian army capture you wearing anything that is related to army, you may face death penalty. Not that God has charged you to court, but they may execute you, without even putting trial on you. Especially when you challenge them that you know you're right, that is a kind of death warrant. But in the north, you see them living large. They're even selling military clothes there. Watch this video so you understand what I'm talking about. This thing is in northern part of Nigeria. This is Nigerian army clothes. You can see. You see? This is army clothes. They are selling it for like you can get it anywhere. You can get it anywhere in the north. Do you understand? You can actually get it anywhere in the north. Let me turn down the volume because I don't know the song. We don't understand anything at all from that. So you pay close attention so you can see things for yourself. This is military outfits. Well packaged. They are selling it publicly. You can see the cap. You can see. Who are those producing this? Military intelligence is not working in the north. Only works in the south. Pay attention. Look at it. Look at it in a country. All right. And that's why I said the law, the constitution that govern the country are of 2 different parts. They are not the same. Everybody on their own. Now tell me, if you have anybody that do this kind of business in the East, what do you think that will happen to that person? Even now that the video is in public, you think they will track these people down? No. You think they will go after them? No. Because the country belongs to one certain people, one group like that. Of course, Fulani. Everything about them, you cannot do what they do. You cannot. If you do it, you collect. As simple as that. If you try it, you will collect. That is what is going on now. Many people are questioning everything about Nigeria today. Some felt reluctant about it. But the moment you begin to understand it, it's actually better for you. Now, hear what this person said here, okay, about Nigerian Constitution. Because after this, I want to establish something. After this, we are going to go to the main topic, okay? After this, we will go to the main topic. Let me bring the volume back.
In that constitution,
start from the beginning.
Our constitution has become a Sharia constitution, whether we like it or not.
Okay.
The 1999 constitution is a Sharia constitution because I mentioned in one interview there are up to 73 mentions of Sharia in that constitution, about 28 mentions of Islam in that constitution, about 10 mentions of Muslim in that constitution. There is no mention of Christian or Christianity in that constitution. That means these Christians don't exist in this country. That is the truth. We cannot shy away from it. And the National Assembly members know this. But the problem with this country is that we have cowards in position of power who, even when they know the truth, are unable to speak out and say, gentlemen, this doesn't suit the so-called secularity of the Constitution. Our Constitution is not secular. Our Constitution is a Sharia Constitution. And that is where we have problems today, including the insurgency in the name of Sharia.
On this issue of the Constitution, in your words, say it has become a Sharia Constitution. Is that not stretching it too far? Because hold on, sir, because the Nigerian Constitution, in fact, our Constitution derives from the English common law system, which is basically, from the Judeo-Christian, canon laws. That's how English common law was formed, and then all the protectorates of the British Empire copied it more or less. So, if they needed to, specifically mention aspects, for Sharia, for Islam, for whatever, just to, assuage the yearnings of majority, because whether we like it or not, Muslim and Christians are almost 50-50 population in Nigeria. So is it not stretching it too far to say the Nigerian?
Do you know the figure? You don't. Right from independence, let me put it to you. Who are the people who always oppose to having religion as a demographic index on in all the census we find? So of course, Christians always wanted it to be there so that people will know who are Christian, who are Muslim, how many Christians exist, how many Muslims exist. So the issue of 50-50 or thereabout is in the head or brain, not on paper. It doesn't exist on paper anywhere. I said this. Listen. I said this in one interview I granted the second. In 2006, when Obasanjo conducted the last census, after that there has been none. Khan decided that listen, this time around we should have religion as an index on the population brochure, whatever it is. Who opposed it? Our Muslim brother. If they know they are majority son, or even they know that it is 50-50, they would accept it. You will find the Muslim populations in around the roads, cities, etc. Go to the hinterland. You will find everybody all over the place, including even in the Muslim states like Kano and all that. So the problem here is the population of Christians and Muslims is unknown. We cannot just be saying 50-50. That's one. Two, that same year, when it was rejected, said, why don't we use church demography to at least have an idea? How many Christians, at least in the north? You know what they got? 46.3 million. If in the north alone there are 46.3 million Christians, do you think Muslims are more than Christians in Nigeria? Just use your brain. So the issue is we are living in false demographics and with using false demographics to determine populations in Nigeria. And many of these populations which were conducted, that is in the censuses, a census officer will be given a target to write names, whether he likes it or not. So the issue, I participated in one, so don't worry. The issue is, we don't know the ratio. The thing is, yes, when you are in the north, the people who call the shots are the Muslims. Christianity doesn't teach a Christian the way to overpower, to override, to dominate anybody. You are taught to be subservient to government in office. Islam is not like that.
Exactly.
Islam provides for governance, provides for a judicial system, and here is where we are. So, sir, things have to be reflected the way they should be. Let's have electronic transmission of results. Truth will
Anyway, I just wanted to hear that because it's not about Igbo people saying it. It's about people. Everybody is now paying attention to the reality. The issue of population, who is more populated, who has more population in Nigeria, it is always the Igbo people. Very simple mathematics. Ask yourself, you that is not Igbo in your locality, after the indigenous people in that your village, in that your community, in that your state, who is next? Gang us, Igbo people. Then the who Igbos are known for, Igbos are Christians. Mainly Christians are for traditional worshippers that actually, some of them are actually Christians that are just doing both. Some people are doing both, but not Islam. Now, the idea of Muslim is 54%. It's just like what they told you about the map. It's go and check the Nigerian map, go and check the Enugu State, Imo, Abia. It's just like full stop. Yeah, it is deliberate. The map is fake. And now I said this many times, and why I say that because I know they altered it. They're just trying to make it look like Igbos are very, very minority. Go and check map of Nigeria. I was watching one American couple that are content creators. They are analyzing videos or reacting on videos from Africa and all that, Black Americans, of course. It got to a point where they were discussing about Nigeria. So checking Nigerian map, they saw Igbo tribe. They were like, that these are small people. But when you talk about Nigeria, you talk about Igbos. They were expecting very wide, huge map and all that because Igbos are everywhere. The issue of map, the structure of map and everything, it is a deliberate attack. That's why they will tell you that you don't have land, you don't have Igbos are very small. Even I was told that Bini people are claiming that that an Igbo belong to them. Anyway, I'm not here to I'm not here to talk about it because I know that some people are crazy. But to be honest with you, some of Bini people, though content creators these days, their own badnesses come with a very strong malaria, typhoid fever. But let's continue. I'm here to discuss something else, not about okay, not about other things, but let's hear what this guy said here, based on the population. Okay.
Which tribe has the highest population in Nigeria?
Hausa tribe. No. That is not the answer. Because if you go to the Hausa tribe, there are so many tribes which are assumed to be Hausa, but they are not Hausa. Like the Fulani and Ambura, Bachama, Amba, Kanuri, Duma, Tif, and every other. They are all called Hausa tribe, but they are actually not Hausa tribe. And if you even though you ask them, they'll tell you they are not Hausa tribe. So Hausa is not the most populated tribe in Nigeria. The most populated tribe in Nigeria is the Igbo tribe. Because they don't partake in Nigerian activities like census or elections. Seriously, they don't believe in Nigeria because of one thing or the other, but they are actually the most populated tribe. They are everywhere. Go to every state, they are there, the masses, and even overseas. They are there, and people don't know.
I love the fact that he said that they don't believe in Nigeria. The reason not because we hate other tribe in Nigeria or anything, but for peace to reign, having known what you know, the best way to navigate, away from this is making sure that you are not involved in anything like that, like pretending to be in one country when you know that you're not even welcomed. So let's read from this write-up from Joseph Okechukwu and see how far we can go on that. He said over 700 repentant terrorists set for reintegration into society. Okay, cause the AIT, that AIT, they copied this from AIT. Okay, he said, if we are not living in a complete shithole and in the final day, explain to me how this is possible. This far from repentant, bloodthirsty buyers are about to be integrated into the military, police, immigration, civil service, etc. And tomorrow, Nigerian will pretend it does not know why and how the combat efforts of its combat forces are constantly being sabotaged from within in the war against terror as alleged by multiple military sources. Meanwhile, nearly all, if not all, of these terrorists that are foreign fighters, not originally from Nigeria, all part of same globalist conquest by replacement, migration, displacement, migration. Think about it. With a repentant terrorist program that ensuring automatic pardon and mercy for, oh my god, sorry. Okay, okay, let's go from there. Okay, think about it, with a repentant terrorist program that ensuring automatic pardon and mercy for blood testing, genocidal murderers, how can any terrorist ever see a reason to abandon this lucrative venture of wasting innocent blood for money, fame, and pardon? Nigeria is in no way, shape, or form ready to combat terrorism. With these programs still in place, someday we will all wake up from this terrible and bad dream and face reality again. He's making this comment based on the video you're about to watch. Please hear this. They intentionally off the volume. I understand that they're trying to, not to trigger anything, because it's all about Northerners. Imagine other part of Nigeria is one causing this problem. Imagine what Northerners will tell you. Honestly, the best way to get free from these people is to disintegrate Nigeria. AIT news: over 700 repentant terrorists set for reintegration into society. When you hear society, they're talking about Nigerian army like being highlighted here. You can see some of them are actually old, but because they know how to handle gun, they will put them in army and they'll start earning salary, of course. But in the south,
military does not
hear him.
recruit people from the Operation Safe Corridor. The military has its own process.
What is the name of this man,
Operation
please?
Safe Corridor.
His name is Brigadier General what? Brigadier General Yusuf Ali.
People from
Okay.
the
A Muslim as
Operation
well.
Safe Corridor. The military has its own process, systems, and procedure for enlisting people into the military. So this is part
And one of the procedure is repentant book.
of the challenges of Operation Safe Corridor. is
Chineke
facing.
melu nebele.
Challenge of misrepresentation, challenge of misinformation, challenge of disinformation.
Can you imagine? See the faces of those guys. Do they look like repentant? Remember the video of that one guy that traveled to see Buku repentant, the so-called repentant Bukaran. As he was talking, one of them was coming closer with a knife to stab him. So why are they covering their face if they have totally repented?
They brought us to this place. It was when I went to the court that I discovered that it was the case of the person that they were thanking that I was answering. So that was how I found myself here.
Firstly, I thought maybe if I'm outside, I don't know what will happen to me, because by virtual, I thought the case that led me to this problem is not up to the time I spent in detention. I just believe it's destiny.
This is quite funny, and the reason why they're forcing or pushing people to enlist your youth and yourself in Nigerian army these days, so that they can wait for that getting said they can target anytime they want and buy the people. Anyway, my people, let me know. I just want to share this with you. What do you think about it? The Brigadier General is trying to also to lie that the army have a way of bringing people into army and all that. Yeah, it's true, but one of it is repentant Boko Haram. Please let me know what you think about it and like the video, share it to many platforms of your choice. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.